Hey guys, it's BW. I'm back out in the garage. Got some cool stuff to show you. Stick around. Okay, so we took a little hiatus from the fabrication work. We're going to get back on that today, but we were messing around with the car. The wife's starting to get involved a little bit. Let me show you that, and then I'll jump right on the car and I'll show you what we're going to try to get accomplished today on that tilt nose. Let me get the camera down for you. So I want my car hand lettered like it was in the old days. So my wife's been practicing. These are just watercolors. She made us a Mr. Horsepower. She made us a moon. I mean, you guys know about my favorite little sign there. But, you know, and she played around over there with that sign that we made up for the badge for the car. So, but anyway, these are just watercolors. They're wood and stuff like that. But it's good just to hone the skill. She's going to start practicing on the old panels. Here's the old door, and that's just grease penciled on. It's Mr. Horsepower, obviously. We bought a what's it called, the one-shot pinstriping paint kit, the starter kit. It's got 8 colors with the color wheel, mixing bowls and stuff like that, and some brushes and oils and all that stuff. So she's going to see how that paint runs and works and all that stuff. So she's going to practice on all the old panels that we got until she hones her skill, and then she'll be hand lettering our car. She'll probably be ready before the car's ready for her. But yeah, that's what we got going on with that. And I got sidetracked with that because it's fun to watch, and you know, I was helping her with stenciling and stuff like that. So, but anyway, you guys, I showed you my vision last time up under here for the bracketry, and I went ahead and I made that piece up. And I'll show it to you before I put it on there. Set it down, let you look at it. All right. So I'm going to put you on the stand and put you on hold for a second, and then I'm going to clamp it up in there, and I'll show you what we have going on with it. It's coming out really well. It's just the way I wanted it. So just give me a second to get it clamped up in position, and I'll show it. Okay, I got that clamped up in there. Let me show you that, and we'll move on to the next step. Come down in here. All right. There she is. Okay, I got it magnet holding it there. It's sitting on a temporary angle iron lip I got clamped to the front brace, and we have it C-clamped here. I shaped this plate on the bracket to fit the contour of the inside of the fender. I actually had to put 2 little grinder splits and bend the metal around and kind of round it. Come out really, really good. So that's going to be fine. I'm going to get these tacked in, right? And then as soon as we get these tacked in to where I'm comfortable with it to hold everything, then we're going to move on to making this up bracket that connects from the bearing package to the bracketry so that we can go forward. And then I'll tack that Hudson bearing stud, and we'll move over and repeat on the other side the exact same thing. So let me get you up on the stand, and then I'll get this tacked in. I might do some time lapse in a little bit, but for right now I'm just going to I want to make sure this is going to work out good and all that. I don't want to lead anybody in the wrong direction. So let me get this on there, and then we'll move on. Hey guys, I was a little sidetracked. I got called into work. We were able to get this side all finished out. I'm just going to have to fabricate the other side identical to this side. Let me show you what I got. I was hoping to get further today. I was hoping to actually almost be ready to tilt this thing, but work comes first, and they called me in. So all right, so the bracket that I showed you on the floor, it's all welded in. I got 4 spot welds there, and it's spot welded up onto the hood. You see on the outside, it didn't burn through, but it took the paint off. Same thing there, so it's good and done. And we went ahead and put our hinge piece on. There's a weld for that, and that's welded to the brace we just put in, and then it's bolted down here onto our linear bearing package. And there's our, I guess you want to call it hinge, bushing, whatever. This is where it's gonna tilt on. I figure 90 degrees. We still got to put a stop on here yet, so I'll do that. Let me show you in the back here where how it cleared. We're right, that nut is center with the track, but you can see we're near a little more than an 1/8 inch away. So the only thing I have left to do there is I have to drill a hole into that nut and put a I'll put a cotter pin through it. I mean, it's a castle nut, it's on there, but I still want to you know, for safety, we'll put a cotter pin so it can't back out. And yeah, that's gonna be it. That's what we're gonna do to tilt this thing forward. I tacked that Hudson bearing up in there, but it's crooked. So I'm gonna have to wait and fix that when I roll it forward, because it's in there now. I mean, it's no big deal. It's just I have to readjust it and just, you know, straighten it out a little bit, and we'll get that welded when we tilt it up and forward. But we got a little tack on there, but it's off just a hair. Now I figure I'm gonna have to get some like 1/4 inch or so round stock, because at certain spots on the fender to hood I'm gonna have to weld it, you know, weld it together, make it even stronger. I mean, it's not going nowhere now. I got those little garbage plates just kind of holding the gaps. There's one right there, but I still want to, you know, I want to bond it together a little better. So I'm going to get some like 1/4 inch round stock to lay in there and just weld it across in certain spots. I don't know if I want to seal it off on the top or not. I got to talk to some people and figure out what I want to do there. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to go in and get some supper, and then I'll figure if I can start building the exact same mirror image of everything on the other side, and this thing will be just about ready to roll forward and tilt up. One thing I remember I told you guys a couple video ago, I was going to put like a tack weld here so that the bearing can't roll off the end. Instead of doing that, I think I'm just going to put either a longer bolt in this last hole or drill a hole and put a bolt. And the reason why is, you know, those are cheap bearings. I think I only paid like 40 bucks for them or something. So if they go bad, I don't want it trapped on there where I got to grind a weld to get them off. So I'll, you know, I'll just put a removable piece so that I can slide the bearings off if I ever need to and slide new ones in. I doubt I'll ever have to, but I don't want to cross that bridge. So we're trying to think ahead on everything. Oh, okay, so while I'm sitting here, Ironhead Garage, check him out. Chris, this is the blocks that I made that I was telling you about. Right here, pull it out and show you. I got fancy. I milled notches in it, but all you really need is the hole in the middle and the pin, you know, to keep it from coming out. But I got a little fancy, so you just imagine that this block, instead of laying on top, I just got it laying on there for fitment. It would be, you know, on the perch, and it would give the car more rake. And in your case, it might give you the clearance you need. I think this is 1 inch. I can't remember. I'll measure it. Let me get a measuring tape, and I'll measure it and let you know here. It's either inch or inch and a quarter. I can't remember. I had a piece laying here that I was using for chiller bars when I was welding. It's 1 inch, so that's what you can fit. You can add a 1 inch block in there if you want. That's why I was telling you not to cut those studs off flush right there. A lot of guys cut them off for looks or whatever, but then you lose the ability to block them up. See, there you go. So instead of this being here, it would be down on the perch, and it would change it. So that's that. All right, so anyway, that's what I got for now. I'm gonna go in and get something to eat. I'm either going to put up the video footage I currently have, and then just, you know, try to update maybe Wednesday or so. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel after I get done eating, because I did just get back from work. All right, take it easy, everybody.